Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here with an update on Lauren the Mortician. She is speaking about a couple of things, and I also want to provide an update on the lawsuit directly from Bekah. She had quite a few things to say, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so first things first, Lauren the Mortician is asking people if they can send her a podcast that she can be on because she's going to be up north for a while and she wants to collab with people. And here's the whole thing, like, who would want to collab with her when she's in the middle of trying to bully smaller creators that simply had an opinion that was not in her favor? Can't think of anyone that would want to collab with somebody like Lauren. Lauren is somebody who has used the copyright system. She has shown that her fragile little ego is unable to take any opinion that is against her and just take it on the chin, continue moving on. That is not in the realm of possibilities for Miss Lauren the Mortician. I'll include that video of her kind of grifting to see how she can continue to make money while she has been exposed as being an internet bully.
Ass off. I'm just wondering if you know of any fun, cool, hip podcasts I could be on in Minnesota. I'm looking for something fun to do. Want to collab with somebody? Hit me up. Maybe there's a funeral home in Minnesota that wants me to come and tour it. I'd be down for just about anything. I love funeral home tours, like funeral crib type stuff. Give me a holler. I'm gonna be here for a while, so holler at me. Or if you know of a cool podcast here in Minnesota that maybe I'm just not thinking of, shoot me a message and let me know who you listen to, because I'd love to collab with somebody while I'm here. So hit me up before I go back to Wisconsin.
But I also want to talk about this post. This was over on her subreddit, and somebody said, I guess you don't have that much power as you do on TikTok, where you've gotten numerous innocent people banned. Lauren responded and said, I have never gotten someone banned by myself. Innocent is a harsh word in this circumstance. Where is the accountability? When somebody keeps making videos about me or other mothers, that is on them. They could have stopped at any time. So let's just pause right there for a second. Lauren has such a big problem with people who take her content and say, I don't like this and I don't like Lauren. Lauren made her entire platform and her whole brand. She made her entire brand off of taking videos from other creators and saying, I don't like this, and you could be putting your child in harm's way and or putting your child in the line of actually killing them. That is what her entire brand is. So she can use everyone else's content to criticize and pick apart and all of that because she has tagged the title of Mortician. But as soon as somebody else takes her content and says, hey, this looks a little suspicious, this looks kind of weird, and this is how I feel about it, she aligns herself and teams up with another internet bully, which is Jeanette Braun, to take people down. That is not okay, period. This person responded with something very similar. They said, your entire platform is based on stitching other parents to shame them. You are not a weaponizing wellness checks. Where is your accountability on that one? Either you know doing that was wrong, or you are so diluted, or you don't deserve the power that comes with the platform. Somebody else responded and said, at first, this whole showcase was sort of entertaining in a weird train wreck sort of way, but now it's just sad. I wish LTM, Lauren the Mortician, would just swallow her pride and stop trying to flex whatever illusory social media driven power trip that's steering this circus. An apology and some real humility would probably go far in recuperating some of the respect she's lost along the way. So obviously really good points made there. I just think that this whole thing is so incredibly unfair for so many different reasons. I just think that the amount of work and money and patience and time that Lauren is pouring into trying to silence people is absolutely one of the most insane things that I've seen on social media. Now, I've covered creators in the past where it's like, you know, it's very obvious that they can't stand when an opinion video is made about them. They don't understand the whole, once you're online, not everybody's going to like you. And there have been other creators who have misused the copyright strike system and worked with law firms to try to silence opinions that are not in their favor. But to take it this far, like, her and Jeanette are willing to go to court over this. Do you know how expensive that's going to be? Like, I can think of a million other things that I would rather spend my money on than going through a lawsuit and paying for legal fees, all because somebody didn't like me and they were calling me out on my very clear toxic behavior online. And you can't even swallow your pride and say, you know what, this is not how I want to spend the beginning of 2024. Because guess what? If it's not Bekah and Lily and Jesse and Kitty, it's going to be another subset of creators who don't like Lauren because she is just simply not a likable person to a lot of us. Her content speaks for itself. Let's get into Bekah's video. This was just posted a few hours ago. It is about 6 minutes, but I will try to do limited interruptions and we will hear what she has to say.
So as many of you know, at this point, Lauren the Mortician and Jeanette Braun have sued me, Kitty, Lily, and Jesse for defamation in federal court. We are of the belief that this is a frivolous lawsuit filed in order to pressure us further legally, financially, and just try to pressure us into complete silence and into taking all of our content around this entire situation down. The four of us have spent a lot of time talking, a lot of time discussing with other legal experts, and we have ultimately come to...
There have been so many legal commentators say that this is not going to go anywhere. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's almost comical. So I don't think that at the end of the day, this group of creators has anything to really worry about. But even if they don't have anything to worry about, it is obviously still a process that nobody wants to waste their time going through this. And the money and everything, like I said, like, you know, this would have been so much better off if Lauren did not come out initially with those disgusting remarks about Jamie Grayson. And the other opinions she could have just ignored. Just ignore them. If these people are so crazy and so wrong and so full of hate, then why are you literally willing to go to court if they are just so much like not worth your time? Oh, bunch of haters. Oh, they're haters and trolls. Obviously, you have a pretty big problem if you're willing to spend thousands of dollars on these people, all because they called you on your BS. I would love to hear the tantrum that Lauren would have pulled if, let's just say, one of the creators that she has stitched and called out and said, oh, this is a dangerous parenting thing. Oh my God. What if one of those parents had used the copyright strike system to get rid of Lauren's videos and was willing to work with an attorney, weaponize law enforcement, and send this all the way into an official lawsuit? Can you imagine the amount of sadfishing and whining and being a victim that we would have heard from Lauren?
We are going to fight this. We know that this lawsuit infringes on our free speech, and we intend to fight for our right to free speech, our right to be able to post freely, our right to be able to speak freely, our right to have our own opinions, our right to whistleblow on things that we think are wrong, immoral, or illegal. And we believe every other individual on social media or anywhere has the right to do exactly that. As many of you have probably seen by now, there have been a lot of lawyers on social media who have sat down and gone through this entire filing and explained why they, from a legal standpoint, believe that this is a frivolous and ridiculous lawsuit. if you're interested in watching any of those, I can tag them in the...
I couldn't agree more with Bekah here. And the thing that a lot of people seem to not be able to understand is the difference between just not liking somebody's opinion about you versus what is actually like cyberbullying and harassment. Because those things do happen on social media. And I've never denied the fact that people are bullied on this platform and on TikTok, and there have been creators who have been harassed for no reason at all. And that is not okay. But you do not, as I've said many times before, you do not utilize the copyright strike system to silence somebody because they don't have an opinion that's in your favor. Now, if they are crossing into cyberbullying, harassment, and, you know, actually creating a campaign that is spilling into your real life and putting you in actual danger, then that is something where you need to work with the platform in combination with law enforcement to protect yourself in that manner. But that's still not a copyright issue. And that's been the conversation this entire time. You don't misuse copyright because somebody has an opinion that you want silenced.
Comments. After spending the holidays talking and coming up with a plan of action, we have decided to go with a law firm that's based in California that has decades of IP and litigation experience and is very confident in our case, and we are very confident in their ability to take care of us. So that is the law firm that we are going to go with. We'll be able to share more information about our attorney and stuff like that at a later time. We would like to set a precedent when it comes to copyright abuse on social media, the infringement of free speech on social media, the infringement of freedom to post. Like, there are many things that we want to come forward and share our grievances on. All of us have been saying from the jump, if we cannot explain what fair use and copyright law is.
She talks for a minute about the GoFundMe. I am gonna kind of like speed that part up, but she explains it, and I will link their GoFundMe in my description box. I know that it's not an easy thing to ask followers for financial assistance, but there are certain situations where I look at it and I'm like, okay, I can see why this makes sense, because this is an absolutely unfair situation that all of these creators have been pushed into. And just the fact that they are willing to fight for it and fight for what is right, I think means a whole lot. And therefore, I'm going to link their GoFundMe in my description box in case you guys want to look at it, donate, maybe not donate now, but donate, you know, later. Like, that is up to you. I am applying zero pressure, but I will link it for anyone who is interested.
Feel like a burden on other people. So this has probably been the most agonizing part of this entire process for us, but we are just absolutely flabbergasted and floored to see everyone's willingness to have our backs and help us in this fight. Jesse and Lily said this in their episode last night, but I also just do want to reiterate, we would never, ever, ever be asking for help if it was a situation where we messed up. If we truly felt like we had done something illegal or wrong, never in a million years would we ask our platforms for help. That we would take it on the chin and fix it ourselves. But this is truly a situation where we felt that we whistle blew on a situation that had been going on the internet for some time, and we didn't think it was right, and we called it out. Going back all the way to me speaking up on behalf of Jamie, like many others, and Kitty speaking up on behalf of the trans community, like many others, and Jesse and Lily covering the entire situation, to all of us covering the copyright infringements, the police being sent to Kitty's home. Like, there are so many elements to this that never should have happened. We're all very excited to see this case go in front of a judge. And of course, none of us wanted to deal with a real life legal battle by any means. But if we have to, we're going to fight and we're going to defend ourselves, and cannot thank you guys enough for being here and having our backs. We will continue to update you guys as we are able to. Once litigation ends, we will be able to speak freely about this situation. But until then, we do have to ask for approval of things we can and can't say publicly online from our legal team. Again, thank you guys so incredibly much from the bottom of our hearts. We're just completely humbled by the love we've seen from you guys, and we can't thank you enough.
So that's the update from Bekah. And, you know, I'm not only enraged by this because I'm obviously a commentary channel, and I firmly believe in, as long as your content is not crossing over into that bullying or harassing type of subset that we see sometimes on social media, if it's not that, then it should be able to exist and exist freely. We should be able to use each other's content to provide criticism, critique, reaction style content. And, you know, I feel personally enraged on behalf of all 4 of the women in this lawsuit. I have a situation I'm probably going to talk about in the next, it'll be in the future, but seeing this, I feel personally kind of enraged. I just feel like this is just so not okay. It is not okay to try to silence people, and I equally understand that paying attorneys and all of that, it's not in everybody's best interest or their means to hire legal counsel and go this far. So I'm so glad that they're getting the support that they are receiving. This is just heartbreaking. And then for Lauren to sit there and try to literally continue to deflect and ask for other people to be accountable, and she's always the victim, and she's the one that has all these people that are after her. It's just, it's giving embarrassing at this point, and I think that she would be much better off if she would just zip it and sit down and shut up, and she and Janet can focus on how they're going to get a judge to not laugh in their faces. But either way, I wanted to share this little update because even though I have said before, I know a lot of y'all are not super interested in the Lauren the Mortician topic, I do think that it's important from the stance of having a commentary channel, and y'all as viewers who consume commentary, I think that it's important for me personally and for me as a fellow commentary creator. So I'm going to continue to cover it, but of course I will insert other commentary or other content as well for y'all. So I'm doing my best, but for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.